it sometimes makes me curious why he was at a space. So we are going to talk about my teacher last night. He was saying about how people take things for granted, and he says he also takes his own sermons for granted. He calls it satsang, infinite truth session, and he says in his own session, he saw two girls were playing with the iPhones and messaging and stuff. I have no idea what they were doing, but it kind of looked like he was at a space of nostalgia. Like that's a space I would think of. And he was saying how he himself takes his own sermon for granted. Yeah, they don't want me to call it sermon. It's satsang for granted. It's all like people are stuck on words, but whatever it means to whatever it doesn't matter. But what I gathered from the whole thing was to not be stuck on a specific role, instead to honor each moment in life. Okay. This being said, like I was saying, the sun on 20th morning. So one of the things is how the sun greets you. You greet it back. It's a tone for the day. So nowadays, consciously, the first time the sun glistens at me, I am not like bypassing that moment. I say,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Let me stop what I'm doing," and I'll say hi back to you. And by doing that, I am like truly seeing it like how sun take a moment to warm everything in its path. Because
Mhm.
it gives like a micro millisecond, it doesn't matter what it is, but somehow it touches every being. And so the sun was doing a portal. It almost felt like a spider web thing was there. And then underneath the light particle was glistening. The next day I'm looking and I'm like, as soon as I go in with the expectation now, right? Like, because I watched it yesterday, I want the same thing.
Yeah.
They call it like memory. That's how you create. Your mind gathers some information. The next stage, you want to memorize that. That's why, like, you go back to the same space, we feel comfortable. So this time it was not happening. And I was thinking, oh, that's so interesting. But then when the eclipse was happening the day afternoon, through my patient, I didn't even make this connection. What was happening was the sun you could see initially, right? It was at an angle when I was seeing on 20th was straight. That's why I could see, or at least like little bit 15-degree angle, let's say. So I could see the particles right in front of me. But whereas in the eclipse day, it has already rotated in such a way, it was the cone is like because the laser beam is shining that way, right?
Yeah.
So when the movement was happening, it was either at a 45-degree angle or a 30-degree angle. So it's tilted. So that was fascinating for me. That itself was like saying, oh my God, I didn't even know this existed, this possibility. This opened the door. So always I assume sun is like, gathering around me the same way. But it is not. It is making an angle every day, which I never knew.
Right.
So that is like another door it opened for me. So which means it's doing a 360 degree on its own every day. Maybe that's what latitude longitude is. It kind of made more sense. So I'm like
Definitely.
saying, oh my God, like I didn't even make these connections. And
Right.
then the other thing about the clouds I was saying is like how one guy posted on the group sharing that it brought up the stuff that you need to deal with the darkness. And he says it was so interesting to watch what I had to work on. And one of the things, I was not working on anything, but I believed when people said, don't look at it, it's going to damage your eyes, it's going to be scary. So even though I was able to, I chose not to look because I agreed with the people's fear. Just stupidity, right? I could have like just listened
Right.
to it for one day. But then when the patient shared it, she says she didn't even blink. She kept staring at it. And that's how she got all the pictures. And I was so thrilled. I was saying, oh my God, that's so cute. She did that.
Yeah.
It's like almost she was my second set of eyes. But thank God she took the picture because I could see the sun as a blue sun, which I never
Yeah.
would have imagined because everybody called it an orange moon. And that was not true either.
Mhm.
So I'm glad I had a group of people who were able to share. Second thing is, I got the angle of the sun So now I'm gonna share it with her because I don't know that she knew what she captured was not what the sun she should look at.
Right.
So, so I'm going to share that information, and through her, two more people I showed it to you and
Yeah.
another guy because he was also disappointed he couldn't see because he says he didn't know what he was looking at. But I was so happy
Yeah. That's
afterwards.
awesome.
And so one of the things I learned was don't be afraid because don't be afraid to take chances because it's once in 90 years that's happening. How stupid I was, not to look for like just 1 second.
Right.
What big deal,
Yeah.
So sun is taking all this time, and here I was with stupidity, didn't even have courage to look up. So I think next time I'm going to have more courage. That's what it looked like. I need to like really hold that sort of courage instead of believing what people say as true. That might be their true, but I am going to choose to live my life without fear. You know. So I think it was a very nice learning experience. So one of the things my teacher yesterday he finished the sermon with was, or satsang with was that do not take life for granted because what you take for granted will easily be taken away from you. He says then you would you would have to go back to the exact thing that you never even paid attention to before.
Yeah.
So I think it was another completion, and today another completion was happening with my mother's spirit I'm working on, and I think I'm in a space of completion. I should say, I'm like the solar eclipse happened on the 21st. Today's 24th. Within 72 hours, I'm coming to terms with what I need to work on and how do I go about it. So one of the things is from today I'm going to walk with courage. Courage does not mean you don't have hurdles. Courage means in spite of the hurdle, you're going to fight your own battle. That's what I learned. So it's not like I'm suddenly going to shoot stars at people, just like you saying. Courage means you're willing to do whatever it takes to go to the next level. So that's what I'm really very very happy, and my plants are super happy. Look at them. It's like a proud mama moment where I am such an awesome space. All around they are growing, and my other people, how cute is that? So this is the best in my entire life. Do you like that?
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's like it's an air
Jack and
potato.
the beanstalk.
I know. That's what it feels like. Jack and the beanstalk. But okay, so I'm happy. I'm doing my first vacation with my sister next week after 25 years. I'm having my own family visit me. And this is the first time in my life I'm spending time with a person who wants me rather than needs me. After 25 years. Because my mom was the space that was there for me. Everybody else in my relationship needs me. Nobody really is there. Even my own kids went on their own vacation with their dad. They didn't want me around. So I felt so healed today. Because tomorrow I booked my day trip to Florida. First trip I'm doing. Just because I am wanted.
That's
So,
awesome.
so I think I'm in a very beautiful space. Thank God for that.